And default methods enable you to add a new functionality to the interfaces of your libraries and ensure so the compatibility with different classes and versions, and you will use these default methods. Default keyword you are going to use. Default keyword you are going to use. It's not a default access modifier. Don't think that's a default access modifier different. In the interface, default is different. Default keyword you have to write here while declaring a method. So in addition to default methods, we can create a static methods in the interface. So static method is a method that is associated with the class. So, and instead of using object, you will use class always with reference to class. So every instance of class shares it, right? Shares the static methods. That's a static related. So, and basically, when you are creating a static methods or default methods, so you will use for creating the libraries, your own libraries. So you can keep this static method specific to an interface in some interface rather than a separate class. So that's the main agenda of creating a static methods in the interface. And also, a class that implements an interface must implement all the methods declared in the interface. Please keep this point in mind. So every method you must implement. Every method you must implement in the class. Whatever the methods you declared in the interface must be implemented in the class. Okay, so that's the main the concept of how you are implementing. The interface syntax is access modifier, interface name, curly bracket starts, int words. So this is so I have written only the data type variable name equal to value, but you can automatically, it will include before this int keyword these three keywords: public static final. Every constant will include public static final by default. And abstract methods, abstract method name parenthesis, no body. So, and automatically it will add public abstract return type method name. So by default, these keywords will be added. And default method starts with the default keyword. So default void method name parenthesis, so curly bracket logic plus. So you can write what are the statements you want to add. And static method starts with a static keyword, void method name parenthesis logic. So this one you can add. So this is the interface concept. So naming conventions of any interface is same as a class. So how you will define the class? Same way you will declare the interface also. Every word first letter should be in capital letter and remaining in lowercase. So class name implements interface name. This is how you will implement the interface inside the class. First you have to declare the interface. Then you have to implement so you need to create a class. Then you write a implements interface name. Then all the methods of this interface you can implement in this class. So same way here, one example I'm giving WebDriver in example. So public class Firefox driver implements WebDriver. So this is the example I'm giving. So how the WebDriver is implemented. So, okay, you created an interface, you created a class and you implemented in the class. Then how you can call some other place? So these are the points, highly important points you will use regularly in our automation. So first, how you can consume interface and the implemented class. So this is the way. First, left side you write the interface name, reference of object equal to new implementing class. So you create object for child class where that is implemented. These interface methods are implemented. For example, this interface is implemented in the 3 or 4 classes. Each class logic is different. Each class logic is different. But you create object for particular class. Only that class logic you will get it. That is what. And this why you are writing a interface on the left side is this will point to which class a child class object it is referring. That class logic it will call for you. So that class overridden methods will be called for you. So that's this is a runtime polymorphism line. So this is a parent type, right? This interface means a parent type. And reference of object equal to the child class object. Child class means where you are implementing that class object you are creating here. So that is the first line you will write in the Selenium. This is the first line of code you will write in the Selenium. Left side interface name, reference of object equal to new, and which class this interface is implemented in which class, that class you write. So this is the one. Now here interface is a WebDriver. So you will write WebDriver here. Then variable name. So then new. So you want to run your test case on Firefox, you will create this Firefox driver here. Object you are creating for Firefox driver class. So this is how you are going to use, and first line of code you will write using this syntax. Then, so you want to call all these class methods. Which class methods you have overridden? Object reference dot, so method name. So object reference you are using means this is a non-static method. This is the void method. But how can you call return types non-static methods? So data type variable name equal to object reference dot non-static method. So all this I have explained in the methods topic. And what is marker? This is I don't think I never used this, but still in the interview point of view, I'm just explaining this. What is marker or a tagged interface? So a marker or a tagged interface which doesn't have any member. So like this one, the serializable, clonable, these are the, so this doesn't have any members. So these are some of the examples for that. Marker interface or a tagged interface. And this is how you will create no members at all. But I don't know where people will use that. What is the purpose of also? I'm not aware of that. So we don't need to bother about that. Next one, functional interface. So then from Java 8 onwards, this is a very famous topic. You are going a developer or you're moving as an automation tester. This is the topic, highly demanded topic nowadays. Functional interfaces. So what is functional interfaces? What is a normal interfaces? Normal interface, you can have n number of abstract methods and have default methods and static methods and constants. But functional interface, you have only one abstract method and many number of default methods. That is called functional interface. And you can annotate that interface with a functional interface. You can annotate that with a functional interface concept. Public interface, interface name, and only one abstract method, and you can write multiple default methods. So that is the functional interface means. Functional interface mainly used to implement lambda expressions. So lambda expressions is one of the hot topic for everyone, the developers or testers. Testers still we are not using, but in the coming days it will definitely become lambda expressions implementation. Okay, so next. What is the relationship between interface and class and interface and interface? Let's see that no implementation. So details. So relationship between. So and also Java supports multiple inheritance, and I'll show you that relation between class and interface. Let's see this. A class can extend another class using extends keyword. That's what we know that, right? We learned already in the inheritance concept. Class extends another class. That's called inheritance. A class can implement an interface using implements keyword. That is called, we are calling it, interfacing between class and interface. So an interface can extend another interface using extends keyword. It cannot extend a class. Interface cannot extend a class. Interface can extend another interface or more interfaces. That is called multiple inheritances supported in case of interface. That means one interface can extend to interface 2, interface 3, interface 4, many interfaces. Why? You cannot instantiate any interface. Why you cannot instantiate? Why you cannot instantiate the interfaces? What is the reason? Why you cannot instantiate interfaces? Already given reason there, right?
Because it has only definitions and
no definitions. Definition means body.
Maybe it is abstract.
Yeah, so it has only abstract, that's why. It has only abstract methods. Abstract methods means what? No definition, no body, right? Ayyo. Yes. 1 hour as I was telling the same point. Abstract methods means what? No body, no definition at all. If no definition, how will use that? Are you going to use that? What that method has to do? You don't know, right? Where you will come to know that? When you implement that. When you give a definition for that. Where you will give that definition? In the classes. Okay. I don't know. 1 hour I was telling the same point and still people are not getting. Then why you are not asking that then? What is mean by abstraction? What is mean by abstract? What is mean by abstract method means?
Hiding the internal details.
Abstract method.
That doesn't have any implementation we just declared.
Hmm.
The implementation will be in the different classes.
Different class. That's the right answer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an alumni, right? So I was, hesitant to answer. But if this helps someone, but in real time also I used it before for the abstract. So mainly, or a good example would be in the frameworks, in the Selenium frameworks, we may use it for web, mobile, or any other platforms. So the platforms will be differing, and the classes and the methods will be the same. So if I'm working on one platform, if someone else is working on another platform, there should be a uniformity to be maintained all over the framework. Not only that, we should not miss anything. We should not miss the implementation part between one environment to other. So if we write the method as abstract, the extending class won't allow you to go without that implementation. One way or the other, it will prompt the error to implement that particular class. So if we write 10 methods for the web, those 10 methods should be there in the mobile application also. So this is the one of good example for how abstract can be implemented in testing world.
Right. That's what the interface means and abstraction means. So you can implement in multiple classes. How many you defined in, how many you declared in the interface? Abstract method means no definition, just a declaration without body. Now here, see, the class extends another class. See, between the class and class extends a relation. Class and interface between implements keyword you will use. Interface and interface between extends keyword you will use. So an interface can extend to multiple interfaces. This is called multiple inheritance. And a class can implement multiple interfaces. A class can implement multiple interfaces. So that is another main concept. These are the relationships you need to remember. So then what is the difference between abstract class and interface? Both abstract class and interface are used to achieve the abstraction. So where we can declare the abstract methods in both the entities. Abstract class and interface both cannot be instantiated. You cannot instantiate both of them. And abstract class can have abstract and non-abstract methods. Interface can have only abstract methods. But since Java 8 onwards, they included default and static methods. From Java 9 onwards, private methods also they included. Private methods, why you will use? Same class you have to use, or same interface you have to use in another method. So you don't want to give permission to others, then you will declare as a private methods. Abstract class doesn't support multiple inheritance, but interface supports multiple inheritance. Abstract class can have final, non-final, static, non-static variables, and interface supports. So interface can have only constants, no other variable. Abstract class can have constructor, but interface doesn't have a constructor. You should not write a constructor in the interface inside. It doesn't support. And you cannot write a static variables or non-static variables in the interface. Only constants. There is no other variable. in the interface inside. Please remember all these points. So abstract class can provide the implementation of an interface, but interface can't provide the implementation of abstract class. Abstract keyword is used to declare the abstract class. Interface keyword is used to declare the interface. An abstract class can extend another Java class and implement multiple Java interfaces. An interface can extend another Java interface, and an abstract class can be extended using extends keyword, and interface can be implemented using implements keyword. So abstract class can have class members like private, protected, but members of interface are by default public. And so that's the main concept of interface, and tomorrow we'll see the programs. But make sure you all read and send it to me, this topic, abstraction topic. I haven't seen any exercise these days, but make sure you practice all these things. Yeah. Okay. Any questions?